What's she laughing at? What's she laughing at? What's so funny? Hey, what's going on? Hey?
Can I just say, I'm normally really professional, and Jamie counts down here. But because I had to answer to something that's disappeared off the network this morning. So. Sorry. Hello. They've already seen me today, Ben, so it's all good.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, I've already been on.
No surprise then, really, is it? You know. No point, is there? No point. Anyway, welcome to Wake Up Call. It's been a busy old morning because Debbie's been doing the first show, because I know you've had a sneaky peek at this brand new Showstopper, which has been flying out of the door already. And I've been in as well. Can I tell you, I'm very excited. Finally filmed the new video with Leanne. So I've got all the shots that I need.
Oh, so people know that.
People know that we've been doing it.
Because I put a sneaky peek on this morning. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no.
I put it on
BTS?
Yes, so I took a little video of them this morning, but I put a different sort of tune over it.
Yes, because people don't know what the song is, you see.
So I've asked people to guess.
Oh,
to send
I love
their guesses in to see what you're up to, but I didn't know they knew you were doing the songs.
Yeah.
So I would have said, what's your guesses on the songs? So now we know what's your guesses on the songs. Yes. It was good fun watching you both this morning.
It was quite funny because I just set the camera rolling and Leanne and I were doing the bits and pieces we need, and all of a sudden I just looked up and Debbie was there with her camera filming away like that. It's like, what are you doing? But anyway, that's been this morning. We've got a jam-packed day for you. Wake Up Call, going to be obviously looking at this brand new launch, which I know if you were with Debbie earlier on, you will know all about. We have got the official launch of your watercolour stamps with Leanne. She is going to be here at 2 o'clock this afternoon for a 2-hour extravaganza. And then tonight, live at 5. It is Friday Night Live. Debbie and I will be finishing off your week in style with fun, with games, with prizes, with Club Inspire points, and somebody will be winning their basket in that show tonight. That is all coming up through the day. It's going to be an exciting one. We've already said hello to Debbie, so we can get straight into it. It's the watercolour stamps, and I'll tell you all around the Showstopper in just a second. But Debbie, you've already done an hour with this. I know lots of people have already jumped in and bought it. I think we're over 10% of the Showstopper gone, aren't we already? It is tariff-free. Talk us around this, Debbie, because there's been lots of excitement, hasn't there?
Oh, do you know what, Ben? So much excitement. What I love about this is at the moment, you'll notice on social that there is a real trend for shapes that people are stamping out, but they're not using stamps. They're using things like loo rolls and shaping them. Sarah's done it herself, where she's used the end of a loo roll and she's put it into paint and stamped them. You can put a little dip in it and you can create a heart. Apart from that, you can't do much else because you're a bit sort of governed by that. And also, it gets soggy, throw the loo roll away. You've got to wait till the next one's empty, haven't you? So we've decided to jump on that trend and bring out all these different shapes of stamps. So they're amazing stamps because they're photopolymer. You know how we rave about photopolymer. So they're a really good quality stamp, which are amazing. The other thing I really like about them, Ben, as well, is because they're an outline stamp, you can shape them. So like we've got a teardrop. I'm going to show you the balls, but there's a teardrop shape. If you squeeze it down and you put it on the platform, it makes a ball. So there's so because you can manipulate them. If you want to make a quirky house, we've got rectangle stamps, so you can make them a bit quirky, so they're not completely straight. So I absolutely love these stamps, and you are loving them. We've had a super busy morning this morning, and so thank you for all your comments and joining me for that hour. I had so much fun. Sometimes when I get things like this, they're a little bit out of my comfort zone, and it's just nice to be thrown in, and I didn't really have any demos, so I was sort of I've been inspired by what the design team have done, and honestly they're amazing. But let's get on to it and show you exactly what you're getting. So these may just look like circle stamps, but you're getting all different sizes of the circle stamps. You're also getting the square ones as well, which are absolutely amazing. I love the stars. I mean, being able to have a star stamp. I don't know why we hadn't thought about doing stamps like this before, because they're so good to do, especially when we have so many colouring mediums to use. We've got the hearts as well in there, in all those different sizes. We've also got the ovals,
Yeah.
another one. There's the rectangle ones, so you've got them in all your different sizes. And then you've got that teardrop shape as well. And that's the one I'm talking about. If you push that down, I'll show you what I mean by that as we go through. So they're all the stamps you're getting. So you've got a ton of stamps there that you can be doing all sorts with. But on top of that, Ben, we've only gone and popped in some glitters.
Oh,
now,
lovely.
I know that our customer loves glitters. You love glitters. It's one of those things that is just great for putting on any medium, especially when you're making balls out of these stamps and then being able to put the glitters on and have them looking just incredible, like the light shining through them. So let me show you the packs that you're getting. They're coming in 2 packs. You're getting 5 colours in each. This one is your metallics, as you can see. So you're getting your nickel, your sunray, your galaxy, your interstellar and your sunrise, which I love. And I love this one because this is a clear sparkle, and it means that one can go over any colour that you put it onto, and it's going to just bring out that colour even more. Then we've got these beautiful colours as well. I mean, so incredibly beautiful. I absolutely love the raspberry one. It's just my absolute favourite. But to have all those colours, those beautiful, bold, striking colours in your essentials, you're going to absolutely want them in your stash. They do come in the Showstopper as well.
Yeah.
So that's what you're getting. Let me show you some of the samples and you'll see what I'm talking about. Look at these samples. I have to say, I have been blown away this morning with the level of how inspiring these samples are, because that's the same and that's the same stamp set, which looks so different, doesn't it, with what you can do with them. You can overlay them, you can paint with them, you can heat emboss, you can do anything that you do with stamps you can do with these, which look amazing.
I kind of get the feeling already this is a set that's going to allow you to look very artistic, even if you feel you're not the best artist in the world.
It's exactly that, Ben. I think even someone that's never picked up a set of stamps before, never picked up a paintbrush before, can absolutely make themselves look like an artist with these stamps. I felt like it made me look really cool. I love this one. Look at this. Now, all these sorts of techniques, our Leanne is going to be showing you how to do them, which are just amazing. I love that. Being able to make balloons. Look at this one.
My goodness me. Oh, the baubles, the ornaments.
Yeah, I'm so blown away with that. I think it looks absolutely stunning. And it's really simple to do these designs at the top because you just need a metallic marker and you're going to be able to do that. Now, I love this one. This is just incredible. It's the teardrop shape one. And then if I bring in this one, look, 2 different styles that you can do with them.
And that's the same stamp?
Same stamp. I know, because you can manipulate the stamps and push them up to make them look different. So they're really, really clever. So I absolutely love them. And I really love this one. So if you love your Zantangling, this one has got the squares that have been stamped and coloured in, and then the squares stamped in the circles, stamped in black. But look,
entangled.
Yes, entangled in them. Perhaps Jamie can come in closer there and you'll be able to see them a little bit.
It's like cross-hatched, isn't it?
Yeah, cross-hatched in there. But
that's brilliant.
Look at the circle. I mean, it's so simple to do. 2 of the circles stamped together, and then you can just do your little Zantangling inside. So all those stamps now, you've got Tangle stamps.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at that again, right? That card.
I know.
It's like modern art.
Absolutely. And I was exactly the same this morning. I was like, actually, that card I'm blown away with. That is so amazing. It's done by Rebecca Dancer, and she has, not Rebecca Dancer, she didn't do that. Rebecca Davis. Rebecca Dancer, you got the same RD. Rebecca Davis, yeah. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it?
So cool.
We could be looking at these all day because there's so many. I created this one. I copied it, but I created this one in Wake Up Call this morning. It's really, really simple to do, and that's just using all of the different stamps in the different sizes and then using that one. It's honestly absolutely amazing. And then I'm just going to show you one more because this is outstanding. When I'm talking about tangling, look at that. I mean, honestly, Rebecca's done this one as well. So Rebecca Davis, honestly, all the design team have just made incredible ones. That is, I mean, that's insane, isn't it?
It's exceptional is what that is.
It absolutely is exceptional. It's a white gel pen and a gold, and yeah, just go for your life. Do all those different techniques in there. I just love that. I think that's absolutely incredible. So they're your samples, and now I just want to show you, and Leanne will go in more detail where she got those concepts from. But I want to show you these, Ben, because this is where Leanne started. She was doodling, started to think what she could do with them. This is what she created. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the glitters there.
Oh,
that
yes.
actually make it look like there's light shining on those baubles. Also the snowman. Look at that one. How cute is that? So if you just love making different amounts, one here with the stars, and this is just showing those glitters to their full potential, just adding them into there with a bit of, look, I mean, that's it. That's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You will love them. And one more there as well. So it's just what Leanne and the design team were having a play with and just making them look absolutely stunning. So yeah, there you go. That's all your samples. That's all your boards. I'll leave Ben to do the pricing.
Well, I am absolutely blown away. It's
Yes.
incredible. I can understand why well over 10% of the Showstopper has already gone. I'll say a few of those in just a second, read some comments. What I would say is if you have any questions, fire them in. If you've got any kind of specifics that you want to see as well, get those in. And certainly we'll do as much as we can in this show, but you've got 2 hours with Leanne later on. And you know what? Let's pepper her with the questions. Let's get the requests in as well, because I know that she loves to kind of craft on the hoof and all that kind of stuff. So the Showstopper itself is tariff-free. This is the good news. So if you are in the US, you can shop and no, there are no pesky tariffs to worry about. So everything that Debbie's just shown you, you are going to be getting, of course, as far as those brand new watercolor stamps are concerned. So all of the different shapes of the stamp you're getting as far as your rectangles are concerned. You've got your circles, you've got your ovals, the stars, you've got your hearts in there. I just want to show you the other elements that you're getting here as well. Of course, you're going to get your water brush pens. You'll see the guys using those as we head through the day. What I will say with the water brush pens, and don't get confused, they unscrew the other way. Okay, so when you get those back, and you're thinking, oh, I can't unscrew mine, it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey with these, it's righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So we were a bit confused yesterday, so they do unscrew the other way. All the glitters that Debbie just showed you there as well. So that's basically the brand new product. Now, if you want the stamps on their own, you can. If you want more of the water brushes, if you want the glitters on their own, you can. But the best way to go is the Showstopper. And what we've done to make this tariff-free is we have thrown in one of our Royal and Langnickel brushes. You're getting that in there. You're also going to get your Christmas Red Centura Pearl included. And I'm not wearing it for fun, dear friends. No, you're also going to get the apron as well. Now, if you go for the Showstopper, basically you're paying an extra £10 or $14 to get £20 or $29 worth of goodies. So it's half price on all the added extras, and it's tariff-free. £56 or $76 is all you're going to pay for this Showstopper. So grab it today. And here's the brilliant thing again: you'll get all the inspiration from Debbie in this show. You've got the show from earlier on to watch back, and you've got the 2 hours with Leanne later too. So you basically got 4 hours of tuition to take away with you straight away to get crafting with these. Before we get into everything, let's say a few quick hellos, because I realise I've not said hello to anybody. Jan is with us. Joyous Jan is in. And Trudy says, good morning, Trudy. Laurie Barnett says, hello from Gilbert, Arizona. Louise Burton says, hello, hello. Debbie and Ben, hello. Alison Mason joins us. Oh, have we got the new videos today? Oh, Sam's on it, apparently. Mary Beth Doyle says, hi, everyone from Minnesota. Hello. And Sister P4 says, yes, a new song. I can't wait. I'm reckoning next week, certainly the week after at the latest.
It's amazing.
It's fun.
I want to say it's your best yet.
Whoa! I really enjoyed putting it together.
Yeah, I loved it so much. I'm very jealous.
Oh, you'll get one. You'll get one. I'm thinking of doing a Debbie double.
Double Debbie.
Double Debbie.
Yes,
yeah.
I'd love that.
That's the next one. I've got a collab to do as well. Rain, if you're watching, Rain sent me some lyrics to a song which she'd done, and she wants me to collab with her on it and rework it to like a Crafters TV thing.
That's
so
amazing.
she sent me the lyrics to her, and I've said we'll do that eventually. We'll collab, do a little duet. She's a brilliant singer.
Wow,
yeah.
Amazing.
Gillian joins us in West Suffolk, not West Suffolk at all, just Suffolk. Michelle Harris says good morning. Stephen Nicole says hello. Hi to Deb Sneary in Ohio. Diane Hatch joins us from New Hampshire. And Lynn Harvey, loveliness, says hi to Ben and Debbie, the amazing team, and everyone. Hope everyone is having a great day. I'm just popping in for a few minutes whilst on my lunch break. Hello to Kathy Green in Mechanicsburg. She says hi and happy Friday to Debbie and Ben. Shirl Ann Telsford says good morning. Linda Armstead says hello from Maryland. And Al's in, saying, hi Ben, I'm sure that a seasoned pro like Leanne, oh no, won't need to be peppered with questions. Seasoned pro, peppered. It's tenuous. It's very tenuous. They're saying, work on the next one, yeah?
It's too early
In the
out.
gallery. Anyway, let's get into it. We're not here for the jokes and the gags. That's coming later on Friday Night Live. Right now, let's get into this. I'm so excited, Debbie, to see what you're going to do with these.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we'd just start with the basics and show you just how they work and what they can do. And I also thought I would bring in the watercolours as well, because we do have the watercolour palette, which I think is phenomenal, because the price of this is not reflective of the quality at all.
No.
And I think it's absolutely incredible that we have a palette like this to use. I am going to be using as well glitter paints, but
they're back in stock, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah, which is amazing. I love the glitter pads. So, first of all, I just want to show you how simple these are to use and what you would, the basics of how you would get started. And I would say to definitely use them in this way, because you want to get used to whatever medium you're using. So if you're using paints and you're using the brushes, get used to it first. Now the brushes, as you said, Ben, because I thought I was being completely idiotic yesterday, I stood there and I was trying really hard to undo it, and I kept thinking, so do you know what I even thought? I thought maybe you had to suck the water up. Maybe you had to immerse it, push it, and then let it go so the water would suck inside. And I couldn't get it undone, so I went to see Johnny and I was like, Johnny, I cannot open that, is it me? He couldn't do it either, and then Ben just suddenly went, oh, were they the new water brushes? You turn them the other way.
Yeah, I said it like that as well. Oh, they the new ones, mate, you turn them the other way, mate. That's what you do.
As if everyone should know that.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know that, yes, you literally turn them the other way. Oh, I was still turning the wrong way. So the opposite way to what you would do, and then you would just immerse it in water, put it under the tap, fill it up, and the same when you're doing them back up, you do it the opposite way.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely fine.
We like to keep you on your toes here.
Yeah, we do like to keep us on our toes. Now, if anybody's not used a water brush as well before, the water is quite free flowing.
Yeah.
If you squeeze it, you are literally, the water will come out. So look at that. So, or you can't see. Can we do that at the front, Jamie? So you can then see, like, literally.
Oh, yeah, it's like a water pistol.
It would just flow out. What you want to do is get used to it, because if you put too much water down, then you could make a big puddle.
Yeah.
But actually with these stamps, because they're so forgiving, you haven't got to worry too much about that. So what I would suggest is definitely having a glass mat or one of our mats that you have, and using them. So I'm just going to use rocker blocks. The other thing is, Ben, and I've done it this morning and I did it yesterday, I keep putting my stamps on the wrong way.
Oh.
What I have learnt though is they work both ways. So on the back of them, that's a flat point. Right. And then on this one, it's thinner because it's the actual stamp. Do you know what I mean?
So that's the way you would stamp normally?
I'll tell you what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you both of them. So if I was, that's the right way. Yeah. That's the wrong way. So if you then stamp them, so what I'm going to do is just
do them together.
Use the water. I'll do them together to show you. So, yeah, when I was painting onto them, when you paint this one, that's not going to stay on there now, but it was on my other platform, it was staying on. So let's just pop this on here. And then I'm just going to rinse that and then go in. Let's go in with a different colour. Have a little purple there. I'm just painting this straight on and then doing the same. That one's not going to stay on. So what I'll do actually is put that on separately. So just popping that like so. So let's just move that to the side. On my stamping platform, it actually stuck to the stamping platform. Okay. It doesn't stick to the rocker blocks. And then what I'm going to do, Ben, is spritz the card. Because if you was just to stamp on that, it wouldn't give you, it would just give you quite a plain effect, or sometimes not even come out too much. If you just lightly spritz over your card, depending on how much water you got down, literally, as you put that down, you'll start to get that spread of water come round, and you get a really designer look. If you want another stamp out of it, just spritz that on top of your stamp, and that will give you another lay down of colour. So you can continue doing that until you don't have any more colour. So that's a really cool way of being able to add some extra colour, which looks cool in itself. Then what you can do is then bring in your paintbrush and you can start bringing out that colour. So where that colour is, we can start painting round.
Would you get the same effect then? This is me just thinking. You know, if you use your water reactive ink pads,
yes.
Would you get the same effect with that then? If
Yes.
you so that would be the same?
Yes, exactly the same.
Would it not? Would
yes.
it be more dramatic with the palette though, like the effect, or?
It gives you more. It's more dramatic with the palette.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
What I would suggest with your ink pads
Yeah.
is to paint them on separately. So you would literally put your ink pad upside down onto the actual mat and paint from there.
Right, rather than taking it to the stamp.
Yes, yes. So that gives it, the water on these will just give you a bigger lay down of colour.
Yeah.
So your water palettes are brilliant, but if you couldn't go as far to get a new watercolour palette, I would absolutely just be painting these as they are. And you can mix the colours as well with these palettes, so we can just bring in another colour of blue, and it's up to you how much you want to put in there, how you want to draw that water out. Now, what I do need, if Jake's about, Jake.
There he is. He's just walked past.
Could you get me a heat tool, please? It isn't down here for some reason. I'm not sure. I can't see it.
There's one in Studio 2 I saw earlier whilst doing some filming.
It must have been. So I used one in Studio 2 yesterday, but I didn't take it from here,
Oh.
so I don't know where that's come from. So then the next thing we can do is we can go down in sizes, because that's the brilliant thing about having these. I'm just going to get a wipe just to wash my stamps. And if any of your paints, your inks or anything actually sort of tone or tint your stamps, like this one, you see that purple has tinted my stamp. I'll bring it on there, you can see it. It's not going to harm your stamp. The other thing I want to do, I didn't show you, is this one here, which is probably a little bit dry now, so I'm just going to spritz it. So if you stamp upside down, let's pop that at the top, all that's going to do, I'm going to just pop that one over there, that's going to actually give you a bigger ring of colour.
Okay.
So, and I've done it a few times. I did it this morning and I did it earlier on. So yeah, just make sure that, but yeah, what I was saying is you've cleaned these, you might your stamp might be a bit stained, but it won't, once it's clean, that colour won't transfer off.
Gotcha.
So that'll be absolutely fine. So let me just clean up my workings.
15% of the Weekly Wonder's
wow.
gone.
I'm not surprised.
It's supposed to last a week, Debbie. We've only shown it for an hour and 20 minutes. It doesn't officially launch till 2 o'clock.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
Yes.
But you know what? It doesn't matter. Even, I mean, I'm sure we've got big stock, so even if there's little stock left, Leanne still will do all our demos.
Absolutely,
because they're amazing
yeah.
demos. Show you all these different techniques of what you can do with them, and will be amazing. So this is the sort of technique that you can get, and I'm just going to show my card somewhere. Here it is, just bring this in. I like this. This is the sort of thing you can start building up with all your different stamps, which are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love that you can get these beautiful designs just by layering up all those different effects. So that's really the basics of what you can do. Shall we do something? Let's make something actually, rather than just showing that as techniques. I'm going to just pop them to the side, make sure we've got everything. And I'm going to bring, first of all, actually, let me show you what I was saying about that teardrop shape one. So I'm going to bring that one in. Let me just grab my stamps. So I've got all these stamps. There we go, that one. And then what you can do with these ones, let me take that large one. So if you use in your rocker block, you can place that on.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But then,
and then
you can actually
like manipulate it and stretch it.
Yes, so you can move that down like that. There you go, look, we've completely changed the shape. So we've got a bauble shape on there.
Yeah.
So instead of a teardrop shape, and you can do that with all of them.
Got you.
Yeah, so it's really good fun. So all I'll do with that one, I'm just going to grab an ink pad so we can just show you exactly how that would just look when you're using it.
And I'm just going to have to come over and just have a look at these stamps very quickly, just as they are.
So what I'll do is I'll stamp this.
Where are they? Oh, they're there.
They're there. So I'll stamp that, and then I'll put it back to its original form. And then we'll stamp them.
That's really clever.
It's so clever, isn't it? And then just do that one. Look at that. Two completely different shapes.
I feel that's almost like a fruity card there. You've got like a strawberry and like a lemon.
Like that. Yes, I could have done with that the other week. I had to make a strawberry.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Was that,
and
birthday card.
Yeah, it was Ava's birthday. It was her
Yeah.
6th birthday, and she loves strawberries, so I call her my strawberry monster. So, but yeah, it does look like a strawberry.
2 weeks too
but
late.
Yeah, and you can and you can do that with Anne. We've got something. Oh, can't say anything. We've got something coming up soon, which I could have used as well, which is a bit fruity.
Oh, yeah.
Not giving nothing away, of course.
Nearly did.
So yeah, so you can manipulate your stamps. You can make them into different shapes, and which then in turn just makes them really versatile. So I absolutely love that. And if you want to be making all those balls and different shapes, and we've got one on here. Is it this one? I want to say this one. Look.
Oh, the ladybirds.
Ladybirds. Look how cool that is.
So what's that? That's from...
That's a circle
Oh, the
one,
circles,
that one.
right.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you could make them probably into ladybirds as well, because
Yeah.
I think that top one, especially the smaller one like that,
Yeah, yeah.
you could make that into the wings at the side, can't
Absolutely,
you?
yeah.
So I think there's so many different ways that you could be using these stamps. I think for me, these are probably the most versatile stamps we've probably ever had.
Yeah.
Because of their uses and
Well,
what you
I've
can
never
do with
seen a
them.
stamp like that before, where you can like shape it and manipulate it and move it around. I think that's such a clever
Well, it's
concept.
because it's an outline
Yes.
stamp, which
Yeah.
makes it then more doable to be able to do that. Right, now, I am going to use, I'm just going to go across, sorry, Jamie, I'm going to let you know, so I'm just going to go across to get an ink pad.
Well, whilst you do that, I can say hello to a few of you. Lacietta's joined us saying, I've been waiting to see this collection. I love making a crafty mess. Cindy Thompson is in. Laurie is in on YouTube. Can't wait to see what else is on the show today. Janet D in Dallas joins us too. And hi to Hilary and Holly. Hello, Carolyn Wilson. I can't believe this concept has not been done before. Brilliant, says Carolyn Wilson. Daisy Wrench says, good morning. Hello, Daisy. Says, I'm so happy to be having my coffee with Debbie and Ben today. That's just the one thing missing from me today. Actually, a cup of coffee, it would be. I had one like early on. Jamie made me a coffee today, actually, for the first time ever in about 4 years. It must be. 4 years he's been here. Maybe actually maybe 5 years. He's only been here 3.5 years. He's not made me a cup of coffee in 5. Wanda says, good morning from Lewis in Idaho. I've been awake since 2. Need to sleep in the process of moving my craft area into a room. I'll share with my sewing. Get twice as much space, but have 3 destroyed rooms in the process and weekend company coming. Hi, Debbie and Ben, says Michael Adams and Crafty Crew. We are coming to see you. I look forward to that tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait.
And hi to Daisy again. He says, stinking work. I've turned off the chat mode for all YouTube, so I've not been able to say hi for a while, but I've tricked them. I have my personal laptop today. I love it, Daisy. You trickster, you. You show those work
That's
people
hilarious.
who's boss. Right, back to you, Debbie. What are we going to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's bring in the heart. So going to show a little trick. So yesterday morning, I was teaching you all about washi tape.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then I spotted a sample from our design team, and I thought I'm going to do that because it shows how to use the washi tape as well. So I want to use the heart designs. I've got a piece of card. Now my cardstock is 4.5 by 4.5 inches. And I'm just going to use my washi tape through the middle. So I'm using it onto watercolor cardstock, and I'm going to pop this through the middle. So I'm making sure that my card is straight, and I'm using my glass mat as a guideline. So just through there like so. And I'm actually just going to leave that onto there. And then I'm going to use my largest heart, and we're going to place that over that piece. Like so.
Okay.
And then this time I'll put that a little bit higher, but it doesn't matter. And then this time I'm going to use my rocker box, but I'm going to actually stamp it with the some Chinese red from our, this is water reactive. So we don't tend to normally use water reactive ink pads to stamp with because they're not a brilliant ink to stamp. You have to sort of multiple stamp, but because we're watercolouring them, it's absolutely fine to use. So we're just going to use that one around the top. So just tapping that all in, making sure we've got plenty of ink down, and then we're just going to stamp through the middle of the card like so. There we go. And then I'm leaving this in place because then what I'm going to do is take, this is what I was talking about earlier, taking our ink pad to our glass mat. So we're going to place that on there, bring back in, I'm just going to make sure my brush is washed, because it's got a bright blue from that paint. So you can see it's blue, but actually there's no ink on there. So all I'm going to do is pick that up with with my water brush, and we're just going to start to paint inside. And then what I would say is leave yourself some white space. And if you want a bit more of the darker ink, we can go in with the dark around the edges. I don't want to put too much water around this line because I don't want anything to seep under, but actually washi tape is really good for holding down but not showing, anything going through. But obviously too much water, you might find that that might have a little bit of a sort of a seep through.
Yeah.
So all we're doing is just painting that. And again, I want a bit more of the darker so we can sort of come around the edges.
Question.
Yeah.
What are the pros and cons of using the water brush over like a standard paintbrush?
So control of water. Absolutely. Right. It's so you don't have so much control over your water.
Okay.
You have to really get in the habit of not squeezing.
Right.
Because it's really easy to want to squeeze more water when it comes out. So I always make sure I squeeze my water to the side. I like to dip in sometimes to the water if you don't want too much of a flow.
Right.
But that's it really. The benefits outweigh that.
Because,
because they're water, if I went over the edges, I can then just rinse my brush, put a bit of water at the edges, dab it, and it will take away that colour. So everything you do is really easy to rectify if you do anything wrong. And then like now, I can squeeze a little bit of water, have some water come out to make that a lot lighter around that edge. And look how far that ink is now going.
Absolutely.
It's such a good way of getting light and shade, and a really simple way of creating just beautiful textures in your artwork.
And with the brushes, you get like two like thinner nibs, pointed nibs, don't you? And you get the flat nibs as well?
Yes, you do.
So I guess the flat nibs are for bigger sweeps of colour, are they?
Yep, absolutely. You could still use this if you wanted a bigger lay down of colour. There's nothing to stop you going around there to add some extra, and you can add little strokes and things, so there's nothing to stop you using your bigger brush, but I would definitely be using that one. I think we've really popped them in because they're good for backgrounds, so to do a wash over the background, so they're really good. So you can see how quickly that's painted in, but then what we can do is then we can take away this part. So I'm just going to be really gentle, just taking this piece. So that's tearing my card that way a little bit. You have to be careful with washi tape. And then we're just going to pull this one right to the end. So it's just a case of pull that one towards you.
Oh, that's really cool.
There we go. And then that gives us almost like that broken heart in between, like that. So then what I've done, Ben, is your, where is it here? The Amore set. I was using that yesterday, and I think it's a brilliant set because it's got the I love you in it. So what I've done is I've created the eye, and I've put that on black cardstock.
It's like a stamped version of our split space dies, this,
yeah,
isn't it?
Absolutely. Yes,
I love it.
Definitely like that. And then I've got a can't think of the word, little heart. Yes. So I've cut the heart out, and then I want to use some glitters on there to use that in the middle. So we're going to put that to the side at the moment. But this bit here, we can then still use our brush to pick that up. So if I want a bit more water on there, but I want to pick all that up, and then we can use that to just be some little splats over the top. So depending on how many you want, you can literally just be quite artistic, but in a really easy way. So popping that over the top like that. Now the other thing I want to do is show you then how we can create a background. So I'm going to pop that to the side, bring in another piece of card, and then this time we're going to, I can keep that, but I'm going to add a little bit more of the red at the side, just because I've watered that down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come in with our smaller heart. So let's change that one over. And I love the fact that we've made them photopolymer, because it means that they are going to last a lot longer. When you're pulling something away like that, that's quite stretchy, you don't want it to damage. After time, an acrylic stamp would be damaged with an outline
Good that you mentioned that again for our newbies, because we always talk photopolymer and acrylic, and photopolymer, if you can get them, are the ones to go for. They're sort of top of the tree, aren't they?
They are, yeah. They're the best stamps you can get. I'm going to be honest, I always wish we'd do all of our stamps in photopolymer.
Yeah, it's cost, I suppose,
isn't it? It's absolutely cost, yes, I get that. And sometimes you just need to just not have that extra cost, because actually stamps, our acrylic stamps can be really good.
Yeah.
It just might mean you might have to stamp a couple of times more.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to do. So just build this up all the way around the edge, and this is a really quick way of getting a background topper. I'm not going to do them all because I do have one finished, but we can then do exactly the same and paint this in. So this is just using your ink pads.
Yeah.
And then I would make sure when you're doing them, you leave in sort of little white gaps so it looks a bit more like you've got light shining on.
Okay. Whilst we're watching you, we can say hi to Trudy. She has very intriguing stamps. They are intriguing. They're very different. Listen, what I would say as well, obviously the best way to go is tariff-free, but if you do just want to pick and choose, maybe you just want to try a few of the different shapes out, shop the day, you'll see the stamps on their own. You'll also see all of the stamps available in individual selections for you as well. So if you just want to pick and choose a few of the shapes, then you can do that, of course, as well. Hi to Jeffrey, who's joined us and says, I've got mine, no tariffs and free shipping. Whoopee.
Oh, amazing.
Cindy says, I could see making different shaped balloons for a card with this set. Hello, Karen in Hampton Roads, Virginia. And Carol Garwood Beard says, good morning, everyone. And hey to Debbie and Ben and our superstar. It's lovely to have you all with us. Look at that. So you keep going round, yeah?
Keep going round, so all the way round, yeah. You can fill in a bit more red on there. You can see just everyone, I've left that little bit of a light gap on there. So let's come in then to, so the other thing to do is with this, you can just use this to go straight onto your cardstock, like so. And then all I've done is die cut my hearts out of that. So that's how I've got the colour of my hearts and the colour of the I love you, or the I and the you, should I say. So just use that to die cut out of your actual designs. I would also be picking that up with water as well, Ben, so don't waste any of that. Give that a spritz, so you can spritz that over the top and literally just take that onto your cardstock, so you're creating just some extra sort of bits that you could die cut or colour onto or use in your backgrounds.
Yes.
So make sure that you don't waste anything, basically. Yeah, especially your inks, you want to use everything that you've put down there. So once we've got to that part, then if you use, I didn't realise we didn't have one in the studio.
What's
That's
that?
not one, is it? A permanent glue. So our one is a repositionable one, but I would use the red one, which is a permanent glue. And I have done them already, so I am just going to switch to those. So let me just bring in all my bits that I'm going to put together. I'm just going to take this one. There we go. And I've just matte and layered some cardstock, so you can see I've done exactly the same thing, but these ones I've cut out and I've just added glitter over the top, the gold glitter over the red.
Okay.
And that's just by spraying the glue. And I wanted to use spray glue because I wanted some of the red to shine through as well.
Okay.
So
but again, with the glitters, we could use tape pens, couldn't we? And,
absolutely. You can use your tape pens, your red liner tape, glue. In fact, your glue pens as well. You can put glue pens over the top, which will do exactly the same thing. So let's just pop our card together.
Lady Diver's got hers. She says, I love these and tariff-free. Thank you, Crafter's Companion, for this. It is awesome to be able to get these. Yeah, and it's nice it's tariff-free, and we obviously build other things into the bundles, but do you know what? We've built in stuff that you're going to use in this bundle. Cardstock, yeah. Another brush, brilliant. The apron, you're going to need an apron, I would have thought. So you get all stuff that you need, which I think is absolutely brilliant. And as Anne was talking about as well, free shipping as well as tariff-free. So plenty of reasons to shop. I will just tell you, just whilst we're watching Debbie, 20% of our weekly wonder has gone. It doesn't even officially launch until 2 o'clock with Leanne. So you know what to do. Jump on and grab it. But as I've said, options are there for you. If you just want to choose a few of the stamps, you can. If you want to just have the stamps on their own, you can. Shop the day for all of the options. You'll also see all the deals coming up for you later on tonight on Friday Night Live. There's a daily deal. We've got price drops there for you too. And also a big wrap up as far as the last 4 days is concerned. You can pick up what we've got left of stock from those deals through the week. And Friday Night Live tonight at 5. Loads of fun and games. Got some more Muppets on the show for you tonight. I'm not talking about me and Debbie. Well, thank you, Johnny. Johnny just said, well, you might be. All right, mate. Yeah, so that's the game tonight. Muppet celebrities. We've also got...
I hope they're people we know, because sometimes Sam shows people that I've never even heard of.
His celebrities are a little bit, non-celebrity. Oh, apparently it's historic figures.
Oh, no. No, I've got
All right,
no
Johnny,
chance.
did you hear that, Debbie?
Well, I did, but he's right with me, but not so much you.
Well, I don't know about that. My history is not my strongest suit, I would say.
No, definitely not mine.
If it's historic figures, I'm betting Henry VIII is in there.
I'm Henry VIII, I am.
Henry VIII, I am. I got married to the girl next door. She's been married 7 times before. And everyone was an Henry.
He's probably not even in it now, I would say that.
I bet you he is. So yeah, tell everyone tonight if you know someone's not watching, it's the Muppet game again, which you guys enjoyed so much about 3 weeks ago, I want to say, maybe 4. That's back tonight. Lynn Bledsoe's checked hers out. Well done. Hi, Pamela Greenidge. Hi to Sarah, Sarah Thompson, and also Kendall Serafian. He says, I'm very excited. My cast comes off today. I had broken a wrist a month ago. I'll have a brace, but I'll still be able to walk my dog and do my crafts. I've already a project ready to make when I get home. Well, that's great news, Kendall.
Yeah, that is.
And happy cast-off day.
That's funny, cast-off day.
Castaway. This is looking brilliant, Debbie. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, I have to say, this is not my design, and I will give credit. I've copied this design. I got off holiday and I've not had no prep, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to look at the design team's card and get my inspiration from that. So, and I thought I'd just do it in a different colour. So I will give absolute credit to, I don't even know who it was, but I'll show you the card and we can find out. But I just loved it. I thought, what a brilliant way to use the stamp. So I thought it'd be really nice to show how you can do that, and especially as I was using my masking tape, because it is something that I love to use and use all the time. It's just one of those mediums that we don't use enough of, so I love the masking tapes. So just pop a couple more in there and then we're done.
So good.
So let's just put one more up there. So there we go, there is my version of that. But like I say, I will just bring in the card. So the other one was done in pink, and it's by Nicole Breverick.
Oh,
Breverick. Yeah, and there you go. So she's just put a few more hearts on there, and she's probably much more artistic than me. But yeah, there we go. I've copied Nicole's card because I thought it was absolutely fabulous.
Hey, how amazing is this collection? We are 20% of the Weekly Wonder gone. It's supposed to last the week. That's how busy it has been. Lots of you getting up early, setting the alarm clocks to get this. Now is your opportunity to grab it. Remember the Showstopper with the apron, with the cardstock, with that extra Royal and Lang nickel brush. That is the way to go, especially if you're in the US. You're going to get that tariff-free, and as a lot of you said as well, with your free shipping. So grab it whilst you can. There are other options for you on the shop today. So if you want to go individually on items, you can. But listen, we are almost at the end of this show already. It's been flying over. We're going to give you opportunity to get checked out. And when we come back, we will have another look at this, give you a few more ideas. Don't forget the official launch coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon with Leanne. But we'll see you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, Bria's misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns and templates, Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends and color blends and glitter pens and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue, applicators, envelopers, creators, stamping platforms, boxer boards, the big score and scoreboard, Nina card, craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice and zinc trays, mitre tools and binding tools and tote bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low-tack tape, paint brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam, outline markers, DVDs, spell quick writing pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft knives, full press, sparkle pots, Centura pan and sticky dots, pigment, ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, ultimate first compendium, Sarah signature collections, and don't forget discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
Tea first, and then from there it'll be meetings, and there could be commercial meetings, there could be creative meetings, I could be supporting one of my team. I also manage a large team, so it could be one-to-ones with those. Every day is different.
Get in early on the morning to work, set up all my cameras, all my TV monitors, make sure the lights are on. After the last show, we'll need to make sure everything's switched off, ready for the next day. Then I get to go home, just watch some TV, watch some movies or something when I'm making some food, and then go to sleep.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed before I get up in the morning.
Still laughing now, isn't she? Look, you're laughing over there. I'm not telling you what we were just chatting about there. My goodness me. For those of you who've got the red button though, press it now. For only £9.99 a month. My friend has 8 grandchildren and the 8th one is named Henry, says Cindy Thompson. So they call him Henry the 8th. I'm Henry the 8th, I am. Henry the 8th, I am. Got mine. Debbie's laughing because I sang the whole song and one of the lines she never knew about, and she's laughing now because someone's name in it, but she's laughing because she thought it was rude. If you know the lyrics to the song, you know what I'm talking about. She's laughing at that. She's childish. I've got my collection, says Leslie B. I'm loving this demo. Great card, Debbie, says Linda. Trudy says, love the card. And Daisy Wrench says, fun. I think this will be a great stamping practice for watercolouring. Mistakes are easily corrected with the large stamp area. Absolutely. I think Leanne and all the guys always talk about watercolouring as being one of the most forgiving ways to get started when it comes to colour. And remember, if you just want to go for the Showstopper, it is everything. It's all of the brand new stamps. There's concentric stamps, hearts, rectangles, circles, ovals, the teardrop, the square, the star. So many great shapes in there. And the fact that you've got the opportunity to manipulate the stamps when you pop them down, you've got so many options here. You get the water brushes as well, so you get the 2 flat 2 fine nibs in there. Remember, those unscrew the opposite way to which you think, so don't get those home and get confused. And then you've got your 2 lots of the glitter in there as well, which we can talk more about as we go. To make this a tariff-free showstopper, we've also popped in 10 sheets of your Christmas Red Centura Pearl. We've popped in the Royal & Langnickel flathead brush, and we're giving you the Craft Royalty apron in that as well. So it's tariff-free, and for those of you who've been checking it out, telling me, I've forgotten, it is shipping-free. Free shipping. My mind this week, seriously, $76, £56. If you do want to pick and choose, you can, but obviously if you're in the US, you will pay your tariff, so this is definitely the way to go. We've got about 7 or 8 minutes left on the show. Are we just going to have like one little final play?
Yeah, let's have a play. And I thought I would bring in the glitter paste as well, because they are fabulous. Glitter paint, I think I said paste then, glitter paste. I feel bad using this one because there's not one in the studio, but this is brand new. But I like having a new one, so I'm just going to use it really quickly before someone whips it off me. What the brilliant thing about this is that you just spritz it with water, so it works the same way as the other water palettes, but this one has got glitter in it.
Yes.
And the brilliant thing about these is how it encapsulates the glitter without it coming out of the waters. Because if you was just, so let's say for instance, I put watercolour on my cardstock pen and then I put my glitters on top of that, it wouldn't dry, they would just brush off.
Yeah.
But this stays in there. There's something that holds it in, and it's just amazing. So all I'm going to do, we're going to create a background to start with. So I'm just spraying my actual palette with water. And I'm going to bring my bigger brush into this as well. So even though that's got water in it, you could, if you want to, squeeze your water into your palette, and you can do the same thing there. But I'm just going to use some of these lovely blues just to create a nice background. So I'm just making sure we're mixing this up because it's a new one. I want to make sure we're getting to the glitter in there as well. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. If you want a sort of more splodge background, you could put it onto your glass mat. I'm just going to brush this over the top just to show you the lay down of that colour that you're getting there, which is just beautiful. I love the glitter palettes. They sell out time and time again. They're absolutely
Well, they're only just back in stock from what I've read on
they're
the
just
sheet.
lovely to use and just blend so beautifully. And I love having the water brushes because now I've just squeezed a little bit of water so we can make that go a little bit further. And then we'll just put a bit more in of that blue at the bottom. So you can do as much or a little as you like. So we're going to pop that on there first, and then I'm just going to dry that because we're going to use that as a background to then stamp onto as well. Because the one thing that we think about doing is stamping and colouring, but actually you can stamp and be really creative on the top of what your already watercoloured card. So just making sure that we just do all this. Oh, see that glitter coming through already.
Have to give it a wiggle for us.
Even with a wash, just the glitter, we might not even be able to pick it up on camera, but it really does. It's really subtle, and I love it because it's all across the design. If I bring it up here, like you'll be able to see. Can you?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Look at that.
My goodness.
And look how just fine it is. It's so stunning, absolutely stunning. So they're going to work really well with your glitters that you've got in here as well. So now what I'm going to do is bring in, I thought I'd just got them out and I think I've just put them back. I've been tidying away and then put them back in. So let me just bring in, oh, there they are. Silly me. So I'm going to bring in the squares. I'm trying to use a different one in each demo so we can show different designs. So someone's already been at these ones, look with the blues.
Oh, yes.
So I'm just going to, first of all, let's pop one of our bigger ones in there. And then I'm also going to do the next size. We'll pop that here. So, and there. Because what I want to do is then use the middle section to pop through both of them. So just line up where you think that you can put them. I might have to just bring in my stamping platform just because it's bigger. So I'm just going to take that, pop that into place. And any stamping platform is good to use these stamps with because they're photopolymer. You know that you're going to get a good stamp anyway. It's a really quality stamp. So just picking them up. And I'm just checking again, I've got them the right way, I have. And then I'm going to paint again directly onto them, but I'm going to go in with a darker one to start with. So let's just paint across there. and on that one. And then we're going, in fact, I'm going to put a green, I think. Let's do the green on there. Just add, although it's mixed with my blue, so it might not be so green. Pop that like so, and then we can stamp that one down. So just a case of popping that in. Now I haven't spritzed my card because I want it, because I don't want to get too much of this one anywhere.
Right.
So we're just gonna, and because we've got a watercolour at the bottom, and then I'm just gonna find my brush and we're just gonna paint that one into there, draw that down. So you can draw a little bit of colour out still, but if you want to add more, that's what your palettes are for. So let's just do that one to there. So you can really be creative by using the outside edge, and then you can sort of go in where you want to add a bit more colour.
Plenty more demos coming up for you from 2, don't forget. Chivs is going to be here, and from what Debbie was just telling me in the break as well, she's got tons to cram in, hasn't she, Debbie, in that 2-hour show? A lot to go through. She's got absolutely some amazing demos. Yeah, really, really amazing demos. So you absolutely want to tune back in for that one. And again, if you've already picked up the collection, it's a good one to sort of tune in for. Pick up more hints and tips and ideas, more techniques as well, I'm sure, with Leanne. And also, I mean, a great one to have when it comes to questions. You know, if you've got any questions, anything particularly you want to see, obviously to have Leanne in for a couple of hours, it will be well worth jumping in for that show, even if you've already bought it. So just over an hour's time. And then Debbie and I are back together later on for Friday Night Live. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. Last one before our big day tomorrow with the pop-up shop. Yeah. I can't wait. Get early for that one if you can, because we've a feeling there's going to be quite a few people coming along. Well, I've heard it's going to be very, very busy. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be amazing. I just don't know how we're going to have time to see everyone. Oh, I know, yeah. It'll be like, move along, please. Yes, move along. 20 seconds with Debbie, then move on. Yeah, perhaps we need a conveyor belt. A conveyor belt? What, and we sit on it and just go, we sit on it and just go around? Yeah. High five people. That would be good. Yeah, hello, hello, hello. Right, just slightly spritzing the top of that one, and then we're just going to stamp that down in the centre. So that gives us our next one. Literally, we've got a few minutes left. But that, how nice is that you can get really creative using your stamps like this, and then we can do that same colour wash. So using that, like so. And then if you obviously want to paint some more in there. Very good. Then you can. But if I just bring that round to the light so Jamie can pick that up. Oh yeah, I just saw that as you moved it. The glitter in there, honestly, look on the edges there. It's just stunning. Yeah. Absolutely stunning. You want to add one of the glitter paint palettes into your basket if you can afford to do it. $12.99, what a bargain. Absolutely. And then on top of that, then use your glue pens and then add extra glitters on there, and it's just going to look incredible. But yes, be your inner creative. Bring your inner creative side out, because these stamps is exactly what it's going to do for you. Thank you, Debbie, so much. It's been a brilliant show, and I know you guys enjoyed the earlier show with Debbie too. See you at Friday Night Live, yeah? Yes, definitely. It's a date. It's a date. Live tonight at 5. I'm back with you in an hour with Chivs, and she will be here with loads more inspiration for you, loads of ideas. And listen, ask a question as well if you're a little bit stuck, if you're a little bit unsure as to what is what. And listen, make sure you shop and check out during this little break that we've got for you now. Get the full collection if you're in the US, tariff-free. And I'm just being told the Showstopper could sell out, because the individuals, obviously when you shop the individuals, which a lot of people are doing, I'm hearing, that then impacts on the stock that we have for the Showstopper. A lot of people are buying the teardrop individually. That could potentially sell out the Showstopper. So particularly if you're in the US, grab it sooner rather than later. If you know there's someone who's perhaps waiting for that 2 o'clock show to jump in and grab it, maybe give them a little nudge and tell them to get in and grab theirs. But everything there for you on the Shop the Day. And like I said, you've got all of the deals for later as well, including the daily deal from Friday Night Live and much more. Thank you so much to Debbie. Thank you to you guys for watching. Like I said, I'll be back with you in an hour's time. Leanne will be here, so make sure you come and join us for what is going to be an absolutely fantastic and intriguing 2 hours. And until then, thanks for watching and bye for now.